We have so much to talk about, my friend. So much to talk about, so much to discuss, because as you know, the rules have changed. This is a very unique Trump cap because the rules have changed. I've got so much memorabilia here for the museum. We have so much to discuss. First, welcome, my friends. The Kamala campaign is disintegrating. It is disintegrating before your eyes. And the gap that is existing between Trump and her is so big that it may be too big to rig. It may be, notwithstanding the problems of people voting in the flood ravaged areas. Sit tight, dear friends. Get ready on this Sunday evening. Let us make sure we all join hands and rejoice in the holy word of truth. Let me thank you for being with us. Let me make sure you are subscribed to Lionel Nation. This is critical. Lionel Nation. Make sure you are subscribed herein, because for some reason, every now and then people will say, oh, I was unsubscribed. So that's critical. Make sure also you like, hit that like, pound that like. It means the most. And please make sure you always hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And of course, your thoughts, your comments, weigh in, participate, be a part of this endeavor. But before we begin, my friends, I always ask you, in this particular instance, to listen very carefully to these very important words from our sponsor. There's a revolution happening right above our heads. It's about to make silver more precious than ever. The sun's power is taking over the world. It's growing so fast, it'll be the biggest source of electricity by the 2030s. Solar. Here's the kicker. Every single solar panel needs silver to work. We're talking about a silver paste web in every panel, turning sunlight into power. Smart investors are already making their move, and that's where Noble Gold Investments comes in. With a silver IRA, you can surf this incredible wave of growth. It doesn't matter who sits in the White House or what Wall Street does. Solar power is unstoppable, and silver is its secret weapon. As the world goes green, your retirement could be going sterling silver. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers in 2024. Visit LionelNationGold.com. You may get up to 10 free, brand new 1-ounce silver Trump coins. Listen to that. Or a 10-ounce silver American flag bar with every qualifying IRA. That's LionelNationGold.com. And remember, there's always a risk of investment, and there's no guarantee of any kind. Dear friends, are you ready? Are you ready for some excitement? Are you ready for some good news? Are you ready for this? How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling? What is your state of affairs? What is your degree of equanimity, equipoise? Do you feel nervous? Are you concerned? What is it? I don't care about what you want. How do you feel? What is your take? What are your friends telling you? What are your neighbors telling you? What are your relatives telling you? When you talk to people, we have less than a month to go. What are you hearing? What is the most important indicium of reality? What are those things? Tell me, for the love of God. Tell me, don't sit there and remain the proverbial bump on the log. What are those things that you are feeling? What keeps you up at night? What makes you worry? What makes you feel good? What makes you feel great? How do you feel? Sometimes there are things that I see, my friends, that are of no particular note, but they make me laugh. They make me titter. They make me chortle. They make me cackle. They make me flatulate. Look at this pathetic. Just watch this.
There's nobody here. There's nobody here.
The Walls tailgate at the University of Georgia. I'm sorry. Not that that's big. Not that that matters. It's huge. He's a liar. He's a liar. Those of you, my friends, who are members of Lionel Nation and Lionel Legal, I have two particular takes on this absolute, this psychopathic, pathological liar, this Mr. Tampon Timmy. And do you believe, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that this might qualify for stolen valor? I say to you, and I say it right now, that when he has repeatedly stated, repeatedly, that he is, how do I say this? That he is or was a command sergeant major. A command sergeant major. You hear what I'm saying? Command sergeant major. He believes that doesn't matter because he retired as a master sergeant, but told people he was a command sergeant major. Now, the thing about stolen valor, in essence, is not that you lie, not that you prevaricate, not that you kind of embellish or expand upon the truth. No. It's more than that. It means something a little bit different. It means that you have an effect, that you have received something of value, that you've done something not just in terms of lying, but you have received something of value. Do you hear what I'm saying? Something of value. Not that you've just worn a uniform, not that you've done something. And I'm thinking to myself, what more do you need to know in terms of something of value? What more than somebody who's claiming or wanting to be the vice president of the United States? What if there he is telling you? He's telling you. My friends, I'm telling you, he's saying, hey, I vote for me, give me this position. Just like somebody who says, I'm going to work at a feed store or someplace, and I'm going to be a part of, whatever it is. And oh, by the way, one of my qualifications has been military service. And if you're using military service as a means of trying to explain to people that which that of your experience, that in some respects will qualify as stolen valor. How in the name of God does this not apply with him? How? How does that work? I don't understand that. Now, here's something very interesting, my friends, and this is really critical and really interesting to watch. And I hope you're able to appreciate this and watch this and understand the severity of what we're seeing here. As you know, for some particular reason, Kamala is the only person that I know who does not get better. Have you noticed this? She does not get better. She does not seem to learn what to say and what not to say. Now, when she's going on 60 Minutes, I think it's tonight, or maybe it's on now. I don't know. But wait, hold it. Wait a minute, just in. Stop right now, my friends. Nelson A is weighing in. Stop what you're doing. Pull over. Kids, listen. Nelson A is here. Nelson says, now Kamala is getting out of her basement and is doing softball interviews with Kimmel, Colbert, and The View. What a joke. Love you, Uncle Lenny. It's pathetic. And it shows she was on with, what's that thing called, honey? Who's your daddy? I'm your daddy, or I'm your mommy, or some disgusting podcast. You don't go on just anybody's podcast. She's on with, what's it called? Who's your mommy? Who's your daddy? Anyway, she's on, but what she's doing is, and Nelson, I want you to understand something. Just because you're on a show doesn't mean you're doing a good job. Now let's go back to this. Nell, you don't want me calling you Nell, do you? Good. You think somebody would sit down and say, all right, Madam Vice President, we're gonna do a little role playing here. Okay, the question is, what is your position on regarding Israel and Netanyahu and blah, blah, blah? And you say this. We have a commitment to represent or to support Israel's right to defend itself. Israel is a blah, 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 and we're going to do everything in our power to make sure. However, they must comply with the rules of order. They must comply, and they must comply with the UN, and we're going to do that. Boom. Say it again. Let's try it again. And action. We will always support Israel. Israel is our ally, but they must apply by the rules of the law. They must report and we're going to do the good. Great. Terrific. One more time. And action. This time with more feeling. We must. Good. I like that. Up. Say it again. Terrific. I don't care whether you like it or not. Try it again. These 3 points. Boom, boom, boom. Let's try it again. You're going to be on TV. And you're going to also tell 60 Minutes, listen, make sure you ask her the question about Bibi and Israel this way. Because the question is, Bibi is basically saying to you. He's saying he's not interested in what's going on. He doesn't care about what you think, doesn't care any of this stuff. That's it. That's the whole story. What are you going to say? Israel has a right to defend itself. We have always been an ally of Israel. This is what you're going to be saying. And we will continue to do this. However, they have a concomitant responsibility in order to apply the rules of law. Got it. Got it? Got it. Remember, she didn't appear when she was in I think she was soaking her comb. She wasn't in Washington at the time. She was busy when he came there. Now remember, as I told you this, remember, I want you to listen carefully. Listen to her voice. Listen to how tremulous, timorous, how it trembles, how it's unsure. Listen, you think she would have had this answer memorized months ago. Listen carefully.
It seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has.
You hear this? You hear that? Right off the bat. She's thrown off. She's like, watch her. Remember, this is the question she knew was coming.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in.
Now hold it. The work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements. Let me say this again. The work that we have done has resulted in a movement, a number of movements. Okay.
In that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
Now let's go through this again. One more time, please. Listen to I, by virtue of my assisting of you, have led to the fact that improvements and changes have indeed occurred, not by virtue merely of my non-participation, but indeed my participation and the participation element and the action, the vector of my participatory involvement, resulted in such that changes, alterations, movements, and if you will, transmogrifications and transmutations of idea and programming vectors are indeed the responsibility of what I've done pursuant to the commitment that we've always made throughout the years. What have I said? Nothing.
It seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well,
here's the thing. He's not listening. Translation. Cami, listen, Kamala. They want you to say, let me tell you something. He better do what we say. Biden was far more, that's enough. Remember what who was it? Reagan, was it Menachem Begin, who said, that's it. They said, wow, that was easy. They want to know, what are you going to do? So far, they're accusing Israel of running roughshod. Madam Vice President, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Listen again. Look at the eyes. Look at this, the confusion. She doesn't know what to say. She is very confused.
Listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done.
Remember, the question is, he's not listening. And she's not listening because she's not answering the question. The work that we've done
has resulted in a number of movements.
The work that we've done, I'm not going to tell you what the work is. I'm not going to mention what it is. I'm not going to be specific as to identifying or articulating or mentioning the type of work, what the work was, and what it entailed. However, the aforesaid, that which I have referred to
in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by
The movements prompted by the movements were very much prompted by
or a result of
or result of
many things, including
many things.
our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
Now, this is complete and total, with all due respects, this is logolalia, logoria. This is word salad. This is emotional incontinence. This is caca del toro. Caca del toro. Andrew says, I have a movement every time I hear this. Okay. Thank you for that. Howie Brown, by the way, gifted 20 Lionel Nation memberships. Howie Brown, you've got a lovely daughter. Thank you, Howie. Thank you, my brother. 20. Is this man, how about a big hand, Mr. Howie Brown, ladies and gentlemen? Mr. Howie Brown, give it up. Give it up. Now, if you think, and I know you do, if you think that this is bad, you know who's a little bit better? You know who's a little bit better, but not really? This is the one of, I'm a knucklehead. Who is it? Charles Barkley? I'm a knucklehead. This is, of course, Tampon Timmy. Cerebral palsy. Who doesn't know? I misspeak. I'm a goof. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something right now. Listen to me very, very carefully. I would, if I had to vote, I would take Jim Gaffigan as Tampon Timmy versus Tampon Timmy. I will take the comedic knockoff. He's actually more likable. I like this. I like Gaffigan, who could have gone, Hot Pockets? The Hot Pocket thing. I got it. I got the routine. I understand it. It's interesting. We saw him on Broadway, did we, honey? With the guy who, the Patrick, whatever his name, Jason Patrick, whatever his name was. It was about, remember his father was in an urn. It was a bunch of guys. We saw him on Broadway. It was okay. He's a very interesting guy. Listen to this one. This is Shannon Bream.
Here we go, because I wish that we had a full hour.
Look at his face. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. This is so good. I got to show you this. Karen says, breaker 19. My earrings are off. Eyes can't hear you. That is so funny. Look at his face right off the bat. Does he look like a man who says, oh, I love this? Listen to these questions.
I want to give you a chance because you called yourself a knucklehead this week.
You called yourself, look at his face. Yeah. This is not going good. I should say.
To talk about some of your misstatements.
Lies. They're lies. It's not a misstatement. No. It's a lie. I'm a liar. I'm a liar. Mm-hmm.
You've modified your story or explained that you misspoke about things involving.
I modified my story. I changed my mind. I lied. I am a prevaricator. I'm a master of mendacity, and because I'm a knucklehead.
Your military rank about carrying a weapon.
Look at this. Wall's misstatements. Jesus, look at this. Military rank, carrying a weapon, 1995 DUI arrest, using IVF, 1989 Hong Kong, China visit time. I mean, this is how many? Do you lie this much? Do you lie this much?
In war, your 1995 DUI arrest, using IVF to have your beautiful children, Gus and Hope, being in.
Look at this. CR, look at this. CR, do you see this? Look at this. Jesus. My God, they got a grab. They ran out of space.
Hong Kong and China in the summer of 1989 during the Tiananmen events.
Wow.
A lot of people would say they couldn't get.
Look at his face. He's frozen like, oh, sure.
Away with saying, I'm just too passionate, my grammar's not right, I'm a knucklehead. What do you say to the American people who think, I don't know that I can trust this guy with all those modifications to be the potential commander-in-chief of this country?
Now, let me tell you something real quick. Ready for this? This is how you answer that. You ready? Okay. You're not going to believe what I'm going to tell you. And then we'll go to Timmy. But this is what you say. You say, why? Because I didn't like the truth. I changed it because I was hoping nobody would catch me. I lied because I thought I could get away with it, because I didn't like what I was going to say. I thought maybe I want to win this so much. I didn't think it mattered. and I'm not being a knucklehead. I deliberately changed it because I hope you would believe IVF versus IUI. I wanted you to believe this. I wanted to. It was a deliberate attempt on my part, and it failed to distort the truth and to mislead you. Now, you're going to say to yourself right now, wait a minute. Hold it. Uncle Lenny, you can't do this. Oh, yes, I can. Because once from now on, he says, I already answered that. I already told you. From now on, it's like an immunity. He can't. Yeah, but you said, excuse me, did you see me at Fox? I already admitted it. Admitted what? I admitted to what you said. It's over with. You're going to bring it up again? Yeah, but you see Tiananmen Square. I said that. I told you. Yes. Why are you bringing this up again? Why? YouTube Sukes says he's so full of caca, his eyes are brown. Never heard that one before. Thank you so much, my friend. Let's go back. Here's Timmy.
Yeah, well, I think they heard me. They heard me the other night speaking passionately about gun violence and misspeaking. And I got to be honest with you, Shannon, I don't think people care whether I used IUI or IVF.
No, that's true. They don't care, not whether you use it, whether your wife uses it. It's the fact that you lied about it, Timmy. See, you're not even answering the question now.
We talk about this. What they understand is Donald Trump would resist those things. Look.
He never resisted intrauterine insemination. It's taking a semen sample and placing it through the cervix into the uterus. No, he doesn't mind that. That's kind of what intromission is all about. That's coitus. That's the real thing. What are you talking about? No, he never said that. And he never said anything about IVF. Why do you say that? There isn't anybody who wants to stop IVF. It's not abortion. Why do you, is this all you have?
I speak passionately. I had an entire career, decades before I was in public office. They know, and I'm very proud of my 24 years in service.
Now, wait a minute. What happened to IVF? You were you were talking about this in the National Guard? You were going, hey, Sarge, yeah, listen. What is it? Walls? Listen, Captain, what do you think about intrauterine? What? Well, I'm passionately. You're the National Guard. What the hell are you talking about? Well, I just told you I'm passionate before I got into politics. Why? I have no idea.
And my record, I have never disparaged someone else in this, but I know that's not what Donald Trump does.
You've never, why would he disparage somebody when he's lying? Why would he disparage? You said he was weird. You said everybody was weird. That's not disparaging? Timmy, come on, Timmy, hey, it's me. It's Uncle Lenny. You can't talk to me like that. Do you think we're stupid? We have forgotten more stuff than you'll ever even know. That's because we're at that age.
They disparage everyone. The personal attacks. I will own up when I misspeak. I will own up when I make a mistake. Let's be very clear.
You didn't misspeak. You lied. Here we go, Timmy. Watch this. I won the Congressional Medal of Honor. Is that a lie or did I misspeak? Answer, it's a lie. How about this? I have an MD, a medical doctor's degree. No, I didn't misspeak. Okay. I lied. 2 pickets to Pittsburgh. That's misspeaking. Remember that joke? Remember that? That's it. Okay. It's better to have a free bottle in front of me than a prefrontal lobotomy. That's puns, misspeak, spoonerisms, malaprops. Yeah. Lying? No.
On that debate stage the other night, I asked one very simple question, and Senator Vance would not acknowledge that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. I think they're probably far more concerned with that than my wife and I used IUI.
Now let's talk about this for a minute. Timmy, if you don't mind me, let's talk about this. President Trump, did you lose pardon me, Timmy wants to answer the question. President Trump, did you lose the 2020 election? Answer, well, I sure as hell better have lost because we left. I left and I'm running for office now. So if I didn't lose, as you say it, lose, did I lose? Let me tell you something. We'll get to this in a moment. Uncle Lenny trick number 58. When you say something and you're speaking the truth, always answer the question and note that it's going to be read one day in a transcript. Okay? and say it differently. Let me tell you how I remember this. And I'm trying not to be crude, but I'm going to try this in a nice way. When I was in high school, there was a guy that we knew, and he had never, shall I say, enjoyed the pleasures of the flesh. Okay? And he felt whatever. And we said, this is the most stupid thing in the world. Come on, we're kids. What are you talking about? Everybody's asking. I said, who's asking you this question? I said, just tell me it's none of your business. He goes, no, I don't want to tell people it's none of my business. I said, okay, do this. Now, this was me in high school. Listen to me. I said, here's what you do. And I'm going to use a word for this word that we can't say. He goes, hey, Eddie, yeah. Did you ever, what? Did you ever, hey, excuse me. Pardon me. Did I ever, is that what you're saying? What am I saying, animal? No, I've never anyone. If that's what you mean, no. I've never. You got it? No, I don't do that. Okay? Okay, I don't do that. Okay. I said, now, if you read it back in the transcript, it says, no, I didn't. I don't do that. It sounds good. But the way you say it, like, I engage in amour. My version is different. I don't deign to refer to that reference. I speak differently. Okay. So what Trump says, did I lose? Yeah, I lost. And have him say this. Yeah, we lost. That's why I told Melania and Barron, come on, we're going to New York right now. Because if we didn't lose, I guess I'm AWOL. And I shouldn't be running for re-election once. And there was a whole time of Joe Biden as president. So are you asking me, did I lose? Timmy, yes. That's why I'm trying to run for re-election. Now, do I think the loss was fair and square? No. Hey, Timmy. And he should do it right now. Do I think it was legit? No. You know who else doesn't think hers was legit? Hillary Clinton. Hillary Duck. Stacey Abrams didn't believe she lost. Don't you understand this? Bush v. Gore. What was that? Bush v. Gore. What was that about? That was a court case. Seems to me somebody didn't think they lost. Huh. What was the third? What was the one? Was it John Quincy Adams, or where they had to decide it in the Congress? I guess they didn't think they lost either. Shall I go on? Shall I go on? Timmy, is this is what I'd love to ask him. Timmy, did somebody ask you to say this? Do you think this is the gotcha moment? Do you think where you're going to say, I'm going to ask him whether he lost? Of course we lost. That's why I'm here, Timmy. You got it, Timmy? You got it? Cerebral palsy.
To have our child, and that Donald Trump would restrict that. So I think folks know who I am. My constituents here in Minnesota have elected me 8 times. They know where I'm at, and I'm proud to be on the ticket, and we'll deliver just like we have here in Minnesota.
And if we're going to deal in truth, both the president, the former president, and his nominee have said that they are very supportive of IVF. We are glad you have your precious family. We thank you for serving in uniform and your years and decades as a teacher. My mom was too. I know it's really hard work and sometimes very thankless. So, Governor, we appreciate your time.
Thanks, Shannon.
Come back soon.
You know, you got to kind of hand it to him a little bit in a weird way. You know what I kind of like about it? It's like, he doesn't care. You just called him out. You're illegal. Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Hey, how you doing, Shannon? Hey, say hi to Dave, will you? Who's Dave? I don't know. I just say that. He comes across as a nice guy. He comes and he lies. Hey, Timmy, you know you're lying. I know. But look, what are you going to do about this? What am I going to do about this? Timmy, what you yeah, I know. It's an incredible thing. It's absolutely, can you believe what's going on? Look at this. I love this. Finding Dory says they don't care if we see all their lies. You're right. They don't care. Don't get all hissy, Timmy. You two are too funny. You are too funny. All right, dear friends. Now, it's time for you to listen very carefully. Now, I hope I was going to play this, but I couldn't. It's too horrible. The people who have been forgotten, North Carolina, Tennessee, we've just forgotten. Thank God Elon Musk is here. I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to say it again, and I hope you understand this. While you can, while it's a nice day, make sure food, water, energy, ammo. Okay. That's it. You've been spared. It's coming. I don't have to tell you. Listen very carefully as I explicate this quite carefully. God, nature, fate, call it what you want. Can you think of a time when there was so much disaster, carnage, disruption, destruction, and absolute chaos, and your alleged government looked the other way every time? Billions of dollars for every country under the sun except the United States, except us. FEMA, completely worthless. This is anarchy. Anarchy, to be distinguished from hierarchy, to indicate what happens when there is no one to call, when there's no 911 for countries to call in the event of complete and total chaos, or if we're under attack. My fellow Americans and patriots, we are on our own. There are no white hats, no good guys, no cavalry coming over the horizon. In the event of chaos, organized, orchestrated, or merely random, you are on your own. You're being told that you have the opportunity to change the course of future, not if, but when tragedy hits. And remember, these essentials: food, water, energy, and ammo. Now, the last category, I'll let you work on yourself. But when it comes to emergency food, there is no place to go, no source, no company as great and experienced and affordable and dependable as My Patriot Supplies. And I want you right now to go to preparewithlionel.com. This is the site, preparewithlionel.com. For a limited time only, I don't know how long, you can save $50 on a 4-week emergency food kit. Over 2,000 calories a day with a 25-year shelf life. You have been given a colossal hint. You are being told specifically what the future will bring. In the event of disaster, no one is there to help. No FEMA, no federal government, no nothing. Act now. Preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com. Words cannot describe how grateful you will be that you had the wherewithal and the common sense to act now when you still had time. Preparewithlionel.com. What do you think about Elon Musk? How great is Elon Musk? I would vote for Elon Musk. First time I saw him, I thought, okay, here he comes. Here comes old Elon. Yeah. Let's see what he does. Okay, yeah, big money guy. Okay. And then he does Tesla. Okay, I'm ready. Not crazy about Teslas. I don't like them. I don't like the people who drive them. I don't like them. I just don't. Okay, all right. Neuralink. Oh, that's okay. A little transhumanism. All right, okay, fine. The star thing or this space. He says, he's put how many rockets up there and brought them back down? Isn't it something? I wish somebody would say, hey, Elon, yeah, do you this landing on the moon thing, do you knowing what you know, do you think that really? I mean, do you just, because people are still huge about that. Joe Rogan doesn't think it happened. Okay. But then came X and Twitter. And that's when I realized I love this man. What he did, he changed everything. And he immediately, look at this. Howie Brown says he's a walking idea man. You better believe it, brother. We're all in this together, brother. Now, remember there was Kamala who said, Kamala, the movement, I don't even know what the hell she's talking about. Dig old EM here.
Much in favor of legal immigration. I think that generally, I think one should welcome to a country anyone who is willing to work hard and is honest, has high integrity, and will add to, any given country. If somebody is an asset to the country, why not have them join? That's obviously a great thing to do. But if it's illegal immigration and there's no filter, well, how do you know who's coming in? You don't know.
Yes.
So you have to have some basis for saying somebody should come in or not come in. And my argument is like, it should be a very simple basis. Will they add to the country? Will they be a productive part of the economy? Do they admire the culture? Do they want to join because of the culture? Then that's great. But if there's no process for that, then you don't know. And I want to be careful because my words will be misconstrued. Yeah. I'm not saying all illegal immigrants are bad. I think perhaps most of them are good. But if there's no process for reviewing, not at all, then how can you say that everyone who is an illegal immigrant is going to be honest and hardworking? You can't say that because you simply don't know.
Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Howie Brown, thank you, sir. And I wish they would do right now. I swear to you, if I could say, Mr. President, would you please, Mr. President Trump, can I just ask everybody a favor? CK Mala's not showing up. She's on the show. Who's your daddy? Or Call Me Daddy. Have you heard this one? I don't know where she got this. I don't know if she's on Howard Stern. Yeah, that's going to be good. Yeah, the undecideds are listening. You have to have Sirius XM, I guess, to listen to Howard Stern. Who listened to Howard Stern? Raise your hand. Can we just do some Uncle Lenny stuff here? And please, if you do, please answer the truth. Anybody listen to Howard Stern? Do you listen? Does anyone here listen to Howard Stern, I guess, on Sirius XM? Anybody? CR says, not me. I don't think so. Howard is the new Richard Simmons. No, never heard of. Sucks. I love this one. Hang on a minute. Howie says, all the grumpy old men in country right. Common sense. I don't know anybody who listened to Howard Stern. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Sirius XM? Sirius XM is, it's okay. Mrs. L and I have it on the transistor. It's all right. I like Willie's Roadhouse. Jeremy Tepper, was it? No, Jeremy Tepper. Who was? I think his name was Tepper. Yeah, he ran. Good guy. Laura Cantrell was his wife. He ran. I think it was a Diesel Outlaw Country. There's some good stuff. But Howard Stern. Honey, do you know anybody who listens to Howard Stern? I'm dead serious. I'm not trying to be a deek. I mean it. Does anybody listen to Howard Stern? I don't. Can I tell you something? And I'm going to tell you something, and you got to believe me. I've never heard his show ever. The Brad says, sorry, I do been listening to him since 94. Brad, do not ever apologize for that. I know Gary Delabate, a nice guy, but he's not? Gary? I have no, I never listened to him. I heard, for example, things on YouTube. I have no earthly idea. I don't. Yeah. I remember my good friend, I was there one time at the Sirius office when I should go to Opie and Anthony show. Then, that thing is just collapsed. I don't even know what that's about. Anthony Kumi is still the smartest guy of them all. And whatever's left over, I don't, please, I'm not passing judgment. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm not the person to watch. I'm not the person that cares about this stuff. I'm not. I'm a different person. But Howard Stern understands what's going on. The people who are in charge. Now, the best part is that Howard Stern used to have on President Trump when he was Donald Trump. So many times it's not even funny. It doesn't matter. Good for her. That's not where she should be. Now, what I wish he would do is, I wish the president would say, now listen, folks, if you happen to go to a Kamala rally, and you're not going to be seeing any, but if you do, please do not say, meow. Do not do that, because that they're going to say that's a joke or some reference that you're making regarding cat consumption in Springfield, Ohio. So please do not say meow if you go to one of our rallies. Now, can you imagine a whole place and there's cat noises? See, that's the thing that drives these people crazy. And I promise you, and nobody listens to me, you can have all the rallies you want. If I had a room with these very nice people who sat down, and President Trump is there and he says, what is your name? Gerald Splitkin. Mr. Splitkin, is this you at the county committee? Yes. Is this you at the county? Yes. At the hearing, right? This is you, yeah. And you said that you saw, what was it, either Haitians or, yes. Tell me what you saw. Yeah. Now, sir, did you really see this? Yes. You know, they say that didn't happen. You know, they're saying this is a joke. Do you see what the Haitian community is they were trying to charge Trump with something? This is the thing that drives people crazy. As soon as they told me, they went crazy. You can say, all I know is there's some great people in Springfield. And there's some great people. There's some great, great, great folks who are Haitians in the Creole community. Little Haiti in Miami. Wonderful people. But you can't take a bunch of people who are dirt poor in Haiti, dump them off in Springfield, Ohio, and say, fend for yourself. They don't know about anything. They don't know anything. There was a woman who said, and listen to this, it was very interesting. She said that her family, I forget where she was from, Haiti. She says, there's no McDonald's there. There's no McDonald's. These are good people, but they don't understand this. They don't understand, excuse me, there's ducks walking around. You can't touch them. Why not? Because they're not yours. But those people are not lying. They're not making it up. Let me show you another good one too. This is when the world, remember, there's 200 million. Remember this. There's 200 million. Elon has 200 million subscribers, and he's wearing the black MAGA hat on his thumbnail, on his profile picture. This is the man.
As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA. Well, first of all, I want to say what an honor it is to be here. And, you know, the true test of someone's character is how they behave under fire.
I love this.
And we had one president who couldn't climb a flight of stairs, and another who was fist pumping after getting shot. Fight, fight, fight! Blood coming down the face. Now, America is the home of the brave.
We got this guy from South Africa. What was he? South Africa? Whatever. He knows more about us, more about it than Americans do. This is a game changer. Mark Cuban sitting on his ass talking about some card he bought for whatever airlines, doing these stupid TV. There is nobody. This is the Howard Hughes of our time. This is the Warren Buffett. There is nobody. He transcends Bill. He's the anti-Bill Gates. I love this guy.
And there's no truer test than courage under fire. So who do you want representing America?
Look at Trump, very
Absolutely.
solidly.
And I think this election, I think it's the most important election of our lifetime.
Let me also say something. Trump hasn't aged a day. Seriously, Trump hasn't aged a day. You're right about that, Donna. Cuban is so jealous. He can't stand this. This is a rock star flying in on his jet. I mean, but look how good Trump. Who, Elon? Yeah. He lost weight. He looks good. He's a big feller too. He's taller than Trump. Trump is a big guy. But look at Trump. Look at him. He hasn't aged. He doesn't sweat. He's got the blues. Wears the same thing no matter what it is. Plus, he's got a vest or something underneath. I would certainly hope so. This guy is he's like Benjamin Button.
This is no ordinary election. The other side wants to take away your freedom of speech.
Yes.
They want to take away your right to bear arms.
Yes.
They want to take away your right to vote effectively.
Yes.
You've got 14 states now that don't require voter ID. California, where I used to live, is just passed a law banning voter ID for voting. I still can't believe that's real. So how are you supposed to have a proper election if there's no ID? It's just meaningless. And free speech is the bedrock of democracy.
Quick. Let me ask you something. What do you think right now? You're tuning in, you're watching the Uncle Lenny show, or you're watching TV, and you're kind of undecided. What do you think about when you see this? What do you think about? Seriously, what do you think about? What do you think about? What do you think about this? You're seeing this, and you've got the richest man in the world, and he's there at this rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. This is, if you don't think this is going to happen, this is the endorsement. This is the endorsement that matters, not Taylor Swift or whoever these losers are. I love this guy.
And if people don't know what's going on, if they don't know the truth, how can you make an informed vote? You must have free speech in order to have democracy. That's why it's the First Amendment. And the Second Amendment is there to ensure that we have the First Amendment.
Yeah, I'm going to stop right there. I'm sorry. You've heard this before. I love this guy. Feel good. Feel good. Brad says, very powerful. It's here. It's here every single day, ladies and gentlemen. The world is changing. It's so funny. Mrs. Allen and I, we always play What's Different Now. She was watching and I was watching. We were in our abode, in our marital bed. And we're watching, I love that sound of that marital bed. And we're watching Desperate Housewives. Any of you ladies watch that? Do you know how innovative that was then? It wouldn't go on now. No way. But it was a different story. It was an ensemble. There were kind of Sex in the City, Dynasty. Oh my God, Dynasty. Listen to what I'm saying. Go back and watch. You're not going to believe what I'm going to tell you. We used to get into these things where we'd watch. Remember we had Dynasty? We had to like rent them. Huh? During the Rona. But still, I understand that. But here was the best one. The one that blew me away was Peyton Place. That was wild. Ryan O'Neal. What was her name? Marilyn or something? The lead actress. Mia Farrow. You can't believe what it was. You can't believe. Remember during Dynasty when who was he goes, "You're gay. I'm not going to have a gay son." I mean, I couldn't believe what they were doing. The subject matter was gay. Hell, The honeymooners were better. And we're now getting into this infantilized world of nothing. Of nothing. We actually have a man, Slappy Doug, yeah. This is an old Slappy. This guy knocks him up or knocks him down. Doug Emhoff hit a woman so hard, her head almost went like an exorcist, like Reagan, like Linda Blair. He got upset because the story goes that they were in Cannes at the time because she love bombed, and there's something not right with that guy. That's all I'm going to say. That dog don't hunt. You know what I mean? There's something not right with that guy. That's all I'm going to tell you. This guy, first of all, listen, men, never put your hand on a woman, but slap a woman? What is this? What are you, Charles Nelson Riley? We'll get to that in a moment. This is a guy who was upset over the fact that she says, hey, listen, we're going to go to this thing at Cannes, or Cannes, we say in Manchester, in France. So she says, so I'm going to, give a couple of bucks to the valet, and maybe we'll go in and, we'll do whatever we want, and blah, blah, blah. Well, Doug gets a hold of this, and he says, oh, no, you don't. Sees her talking to, and maybe putting her hand on some, and she lets her have it in front of everybody. What kind of man does that? Wait a minute. Think about this. I meet some woman. She says, hey, I'll take care of this. Thanks. I'll take care of this. Hey, listen, Doug, I'm going to go talk to this guy. Give him a couple of bucks. Okay. But I'm going to hit on him in front of you. I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder. Oh, yeah, he's probably hitting us juice. Yeah, because that behavior is nuts. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. It sounds like somebody who is ambivalent. Somebody who doesn't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really know. I'm play acting. Is this the way you do it? Is this the way you act? Is this a slight? Is this the way to do it? Am I doing this right? You ever hear Doug? I'm not going to go any further than that. So anyway, he sees this instead of saying, hey, honey, thanks a lot. That's pretty, listen, I hope you go, no, it's just terrific. We got up ahead. He hits her. Then, before that, they got that daughter. Now, listen, I don't want to talk about kids. But let me tell you something right now. The first thing you think of when you see that poor kid, you think of, what the hell's the matter with her? What's the matter with her? Is she all right? You okay? There's a lot of issues there. And I don't know what the story is. And kids, with the tattoo and got the look. Okay, fine. So she, when this, whatever the daughter's name is, when she had a teacher who also was her nanny. Doug impregnates. Now, I don't know what happened with that baby. There was a miscarriage. I don't know what happened. But Doug's wife, his ex-wife, the one who basically he cheated on with the nanny, she's cool. Everything's fine. Okay. It is the weirdest thing. There's a son too, Cole. I think his name is Cole or something. And the girl that he slapped, supposedly, the woman, said, what was really weird? He goes up to his kid and says, hey, can I bum a cigarette from you? It's like, this is weird. Well, she said he bummed a cigarette. Now, at the time of the slapping, wait a minute, I know what you're thinking. Here comes Mel. Mel says, you think anyone will ask Kamala if Doug ever hit her? Oh, they can. How much you want to bet she spanks him? Come here, you son of a... You like that? Who's your daddy? Talk to me, mommy. I've been a bad boy. Come on, you son of a... Yeah. Anyway, I don't know where I went with that one. But anyway, then there's the other weird guys. Then you got Mr. Jazz Hands. You got Richard Simmons here, who comes out and goes, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's doing like a Bob Fosse. What is going on? And Jen Psaki says, Doug, you're known as redefining masculinity. Wait a minute. What? What do you mean redefining? Excuse me. Wait a minute. Are you suggesting I'm not masculine? No. What do you mean I'm redefining it? I gotta tell you something. Imagine this. You've redefined weight. Appropriate what? No. Normally we use words like plump or, but you've kind of redefined the way we look at body image. What are you getting at? No. Are you saying I'm fat? No, I'm not saying you're fat. I'm just saying you have, in any other walk of life, if I said, you've kind of redefined what good looking is and what's attractive. What? Excuse me? That means I'm not attractive, right? Well, yeah, sort of. Thank you, Mark. You've reintroduced what's competent, what's attractive. Doug, they're saying you're not masculine. Numbnuts. Are you listening to what she's saying? Peppermint Patty is telling you, you're not into this hostile. I don't know what the hell's going on here. You got the daughter who I don't know what planet she's from. You got Doug who's slapping this woman, and then you got Mr. Jazz Hands. Weird. Yeah, and he did weird. We are going to beat these people. We are going to beat these people like Doug beat that poor woman in Cannes because she put her hand on somebody's shoulder. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Now, the reason, by the way, one more thing. When E. Jean Carroll, that's another one. I don't know what that story is about. That's my favorite. Trump says, oh, yeah, I got to have you now in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room in front of everybody. I got to have you now. Yeah, I got to have you now, E. Jean. You are, smokers for Harris. All righty. Thank you, my friend. Did you ever hear that story? Well, we came in and I said, hey, he was going to buy something. First of all, I think Trump and walking around Bergdorf by himself is ridiculous. I think he's been there like twice. The whole story. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is it was critical because what happened was at the time, E. Jean, she called her friend at the time, who was I think it was the author for Preppy Handbook. I think what was her name again? I can't remember. Huh? Lisa Birnbach, right? I believe it's the one. So anyway, the reason why it was important because they corroborated this happened at the time. Lisa Birnbach says, yes, at the time this happened, I got a call from her. She was crying. She said this happened. So that kind of makes sense, does it? Great. Okay, corroboration. This woman who was slapped by Slappy, she calls a friend of hers who's a businessman, I think another one who's a lawyer, and then somebody else, like 3 people verifying this. Now, if that was Trump, forget it. These cold-hearted bastards, remember when they went after Mitt Romney? I know nobody cares about Mitt Romney. Remember Mitt Romney put a dog on top of remember they said, Mr. Romney, yeah, did you drive with a dog on top of the family station wagon? With a what? Did you drive with a, yeah, maybe, but what the hell is that? Did you bully a kid when you were in, what? Nothing, because he dared to go after Obama. Barry. Nancy Getz, thank you, my friend. You are so kind. Nancy, appreciate it. Director says, felons for Trump, 2024. Let's get this out going. Indeed. Remember, Gandhi was a felon. Well, theoretically. Kavanaugh. Remember that story? This woman, Blazy Green. Remember she had those glasses that she hadn't cleaned in like 30 years? Remember Blazy Ford or whatever? She was sitting there. What was this all about? And these Clarence Thomas. Remember that? Yeah, he said, hey, who put this pubic hair on the Coke? Excuse me. Pardon me. Timeout. He said, what? He should be kept off the bench just for saying that. What kind of a sense of humor is this? Hey, look at this. Somebody put a pubic hair in my Coke. That's weird. Okay. Excuse me. What does this have to do with anything? Let's assume it's true. Remember, there was a particular purveyor of adult entertainment whose last name was Silver. He's called in the business as Mr. Silver. And I'll leave it at that. They went through that over and over, but not one person from CNN, not Tater or Spud from reliable sources, nobody from MSDNC. E. Jean Carroll was on the Rachel Maddow show. And Rachel, we're going to get you a motorcycle. That's okay. No, everybody's going to get a house. Remember that lunatic? But you don't think that a woman being slapped in front of a bunch of people, the vice presidents, what? You don't think? Remember with Melania, did you take these pictures? Did you take those pictures? Is Barron autistic? What about this? What do you do? No question was off. Is it true? You did this? Did you go to the island? Did you go on this? What about Marla Maples? Did you go this? But I don't know about you. But this guy who is redefining masculinity, slapping a woman supposedly, oh, that redefines it. We've lost our minds. Do I have your promise you're going to vote for Trump? If you are going to vote for President Trump, I want your number one now. Just push the number one. I want to see a sea of ones. A sea of ones. Say it now. Say it. Just one. Boom. One. Enter. One. Enter. I want to see a sea of ones. I want to see so many ones. I want ones to fly by. Number one. Numero uno. Just fly by. Just the number one. Just one. One. That's it. This is our time, my friends. This is our time. I have never felt so strongly about a candidate ever in my life than this great man. That's serious. Period. So, dear friends, direct, Nancy, Mark Wilson, Mel the Brad, Howie Brown. Thank you so much, Howie. Andrew Hessing, Kevin's new better. YouTube Sooks, CR, thank you, CR. Karen Peterson, ladies and gentlemen. And Nelson A., thank you for this. I feel good. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel invigorated. I want you to feel happy. I want you to feel positive. I want you to feel good. I want you to enjoy the evening. I want you to just enjoy it. We're going to do this. It is so, the power of this. And the last, Trump's doing rally after rally, and she's going on the Howard Stern show. The Howard Stern on Sirius XM. That's good. Maybe go on a baby monitor next. Oh my God. What is this? We're going to see Baba Booey in it? I mean, seriously. Hey, look, go ahead. Jimmy Kimmel. And you know she's going to go and she's going to laugh and they're going to throw a softball. And it's going to end up being worse than anything. Remember when Nixon was on Laugh-In? Dick Bolin, ladies and gentlemen. Remember when Nixon was on Laugh-In? Remember when Bobby Kennedy, I think, was on Jack Parr? Reagan was on Johnny Carson. Those were great. But Kamala is going to do awful because she's a toto. She's a totón de estatura. You got it? All right. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I mean that. I don't say that enough. Don't we have fun together? Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for caring. Thank you for loving your country. Thank you for loving truth. And thank you for loving Mrs. L. Lynn's Warriors. I want you to sign up right now. Right now. She's got a wait till you see this new video coming up. That's at 9 o'clock. By the way, all Lynn's Warriors, family members or members. It's about boys who were forgotten. Boys. Because the Diddy thing, you don't even know how big this is. So don't forget Lynn's Warriors, Lionel Legal, and Lionel Nation. All right, I'm going to let you go, dear friends. I gave you my heart. I gave you my soul. I was here for you tonight. I did it an hour and 5 minutes straight, giving you passion, energy, never like, okay, whatever. Never. You know why? Because you deserve it. Because you're great people. Oh, I know what they say about you. I know what they say. Yeah, you're crazy. Yeah, you're shiftless. Yeah. Okay, maybe that's true. Maybe you are weird. Maybe you are creepy. I don't know. But you're my friend. You're part of the family, and we love you. You got that? You got that? Yeah, let me tell you something. I've known a lot of people, and you're one of them. And when they read the names of the greatest people of all time, you're going to be out there listening. And I mean that sincerely. And I'd rather be with you people than the greatest people in the world. And I mean that sincerely. All right, dear friends, have a great and a glorious night. See you tomorrow at 8 a.m. And until then, as we always say, remember the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Dead.